take a peek. Let me share with the bada bings. Bada booms. There's got to be an easier way to do this. Let's see what we got. Is that it? Boom. Let's forward this. Boom. All right, let's ride. Let's pop out a chat. Open up. Open up. Pop the chat out. I'm really pissed that it's still not on my OBS. I don't know what I did. It's probably stupid, simple to fix, but I just don't know. What's studio mode? No. Settings. I've already done this. I'm not doing it again. All right. Let's take a peek. It's sort of the monthly. All right. I mean, we still have an SFP, guys. There's no. Let me get rid of Chi High. We still have that. So if you drop down to the 3-week, we still got bearish divergence coming in. Drop down to the 2-week, still have bearish divergence coming in. Like, this is looking like it wants to roll over, right? If that happens, it's not good. It's not good. What's the 10-day look like? I haven't looked at that one. Immediate divergence followed by a potential trigger wave. Yeah, I know the money flows in the green, but it's overall coming down. I mean, where's this? This is the previous. Yeah, okay, that's previous. But still, it's not, even here, locally, it's coming out. I mean, this could still be coming up, right? But it's not yet. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but this still doesn't look great to me. And I'll show you why in a second. Double top, breakdown, liquidity grab, right? A bearish retrace, which is a bullish move. SFP the high to continue down. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. 4-day. Green dot printing. Yes, money flow is coming up. Sweet. 3-day. That was a 4-day. This is the 3-day. I don't know if I said that right or not. Bearish divergence. Look at this rounded trigger wave. Yes, the money flow is coming up. But unless, I see, this just looks weird to me. This just looks like I would rather, you know what I mean? This just looks like it wants to do this, like a little red dot. But the money flow is coming up strong. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to see if this is, I got long here. I'm trying to see if this is going to keep going or if we're going to stop out at these EMAs / 15-minute order block. Anywho, 2-day. Not 2-day, but 2-day. I know, I'm slick. Even though the money flow is coming up, it's lower than it is back here. Bearish divergence, trigger wave, played out. Yes, but we still have that downward curvature. We still have divergence. Look at this potential trigger wave. Money flow aside, I mean, the money flow is coming down, right? I mean, you can't deny that it's coming down. I mean, this can, obviously, yes, it can go up. But until it does, what I don't like is how this is making a lower high on the money flow. But this trigger wave, it looks like it wants to be a trigger wave, right? It just looks like it wants to roll. It just looks like it wants to roll. Look at the daily. Guys, another wave. Now, I'm not saying this can't blast off. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we can come up here. This can still, come down, come down, come up, come down. This can, when Bitcoin wants to go, it just goes. But anybody who's looking at this right here, right? 1, 2, 3, dip below, 4. We'll just call this a 1, 2, 3, dip below. Here we go. Or a 1, 2, 3. I'd probably say 1. This is kind of weird, but I'd probably do 1, 2, 3 because I don't like the curvature there. So I'd probably do 1, 2, 3. And then is this, I don't know, maybe even a 1, 2, 3 here. I don't fucking know. I don't love it though. I don't love it. I do not love this. Let's see if we go. I'll find one here. Right, like, look at this bleed, right? Probably that's what I'm saying. Like this can, it doesn't have to die. Like it can just play out like this. These are big. Don't get me. These are daily candles, right? These are big moves. But 1, 2, 3. Money flow crossing over. We're kind of teeter tottering. We're playing games. Boom. We can range here. Yes. We can definitely range here. We can. There's no reason for me to say that we can't just do something like this. If that is the target, if that's the overall objective. But we'll see what happens this weekly, because if you do look back, right, we got 1, we get 2, then we got a pretty decent drop. All right, 1, 2, what about 1, 2, pretty decent drop. 1, 2, pretty decent drop. So it just depends how you want to look at it. I'd probably compare it more to over here. It looks way more similar weekly wise, right? 1, come down, come back up. 2, as a cluster. We're just going to do as a cluster, right? So I'm not saying this can't do something like this. I'm not saying it can't, but 1, down, 2. This is the same shit here, right? So what's to say that this, it's not going to be another one of these and have another rip? Well, nothing. I don't have the answer to that. I don't have the answer. But what I will say is this is jagged. This is nicely rounded. Money flow is coming out here. Right? Coming out. It's definitely a little steeper, yeah, but coming out. The longer this stuff plays out for it, the better, or the easier it is to predict, right? At a certain point, you're going to be like, I see it. What's up, Brett? Yeah, this is a nice retest on ETH. I was looking at Link 2, right? It's a nice little link bounce zone. But then we got, let me finish Bitcoin, and then I'll get over there. I'll do ETH and Link and or Link. Well, they look very similar, but I'll show you something. It's a question to be had, right? I can't help it. Can't help but ask questions. $16. It's the same thing as the daily. So the 16, the 12. Now, mind you, these are all SFPs. Okay, these are all SFPs on the low. So that means you target the high. The 10, the 3 hours of break, the 4 hours of week. But all right, so the 6 hour to the daily. Okay, so we're going to take the daily time frame. It's an SFP, yes, but we broke this low. Okay, we broke it. Underneath long playing Battlefield, though. Thought I'd listen later on. So Brett D, 2 Bretts. I love that, man. This won't be a long one. This will be a quick one. I got the kidnap and I got the wife asking me to do stuff. So I got to shave. I got stuff I got to do. So, but we'll do it quick. Maybe Bitcoin goes sideways for the summer. You see, let's make some moves. Maybe, yeah. I mean, that's an option. It's an option. I don't think. I don't think it's gonna range too much, but I gotta see what this is gonna look like, right? On multiple time frames. Right now I don't think it's moving. I'm not saying we're not going down. I mean, right now I'm saying up. I'm in a long, and the target for my long is up here, right? I like this guy, right? I'm just going to take it because in theory we broke down. I mean, granted, we could absolutely skyrocket from here. But my thought process is, boom, come up here, grab the liquidity. Even if we come higher, I'm gonna be looking for a short zone. Yes, we're higher. We'll get there. We'll get there. Oops, no. What happened? 4-hour Bitcoin. Oh wait, no, back to the daily. Yes, we SFP the bottom. We'll take the high, but if we don't take this high, right? Even if we take this high, right? A lot of times you'll see this, it'll take the high and then it'll take the low. You know what I mean? That's rangy stuff. But we're printing this bearish divergence. Money flow is coming out. VWAP is coming down aggressively. See the yellow? That's coming down aggressively. And we failed to take the high. We failed to take the high, and we put in a change of character, bearish change of character, it's weak, but on the hourly, we technically did. The 2 hours still bullish. Let's go to the 30-minute. 30 minutes weak as well, but that's like, right, okay, so here we go. At the 15-minute, that's a clean break. Is this just a pump to kind of come up and grab liquidity before we continue down? Because I am not sure, even the 4-hour trigger wave aside, because I wouldn't be surprised this comes up and rolls right over. I can't see this 4-hour order block being the be all. I would have loved this one. I would have had a better argument for that one. Let's pull that correctly. Because there's a lot of movement here. There's a lot of money came in here, so I'd like to see this come down, and that could be the catalyst. Not like in the middle of the move. But that's just me. And who the hell am I? 2 hour, same shit, right? We're bullish. We broke bullish on the 2, the 3-2, obviously. No, the 3's bearish. I'm sorry. So the 1 is a lot choppier. But this is why I'm looking down here, right? And technically we hit it. Technically we did come in. We did, right? We didn't just hit an order block. We hit the overall demand. So, yeah, I mean, that could be the tap. This could be what sends it. Absolutely. I'd just like a little more. I'd like a little more. Right, come down to here somewhere, even down to here. Like I said, I'll be happier for a bigger move up. But because this looks good, right? This looks really strong. Boom, liquidity grab, boom. But if we don't take the high, we're going to rotate back down. And I'm just not convinced one way or another yet that we're doing anything. There's a lot of bearish divergence, a lot of money flow coming out. Good CPI, bad CPI. The charts don't look great, right? There's just a lot of shit is looking potentially down yet. It doesn't look explosive to me yet. But then again, this didn't look explosive yet, right? We're coming out, boom, and then we just shoot up. I mean, this is insane. The 10% move in 4 days, like that's aggressive. Yeah, 24-minute change of character bullish in our order block, right? Whether I like it or not, we're getting it. All right, we changed. We come back, we retest, we go. We don't take the low. We're going to rotate back towards the high. That's the theory, at least the demand, or the supply, I'm sorry, in this case. And that's what we do. Good place to take some profits, if anyone's thinking about it. Definitely a good place to take some profits. At least on ETH. Right? Because if we don't break this high, we're going to rotate back down. You may get another entry for a long. But it looks like it's ready to go. I'm gonna start stopping at the 15-minute. That's what I'm gonna start doing on here. I'm not gonna go any lower than the 15. I probably shouldn't go any lower than the hourly, to be honest. Actually, no, it doesn't really matter. People watch? They don't even know what the hell we're looking at. That's all right. So give people incentive to want to come to the Discord, right? We need some. I mean, that's where the juice and sauce is. I mean, this is quick. It gets personal and intimate in a Discord, but whatever. 15-minute broke bullish. We did have the retest. Boom, 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 boom. Retest. We broke. And we're breaking this high now. You know, I mean, 30-minute. If this is a failure and we broke this, if we break above this, you know, confidently, I mean, I can't see one of these not being the target. I bet you there's money here. Yeah, see, there's an order block here right before this drop down. I know I said here and I just pretended like you were in my own head, but right here, right? Because we have consolidation, 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 a big leg before we move our way down. It's like a lot of time, this consolidation here. Excuse me. Right, consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. Boom. We come back for it. Yes, we take the high because it's the beginning of these big moves, right? There's a lot of liquidity all over the place that's got to be taken. Consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. Order block. Boom. We're down. This is a big move. Right. A lot of times we come back for it, and then even that's where we would continue if we were to downward at least. 12, same jazz. So I got out of the habit of doing, and I'm not even mad at it, to be honest. I'm going to start pulling more value areas again, just so it'll help me identify the ranges and the bigger moves. I'm trying to figure out a better take profit system for myself. Even though I've already done all this, sometimes you doubt yourself, you know, and you want to revalidate your ideas and your plans, make sure that you're actually getting the most out of it. But sometimes that can do the opposite. But it's important to backtest it. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to put this up and see how it plays. I've already done it. I like my system better, but because there's no reason we're way down here. Who says we're coming back for these highs? Right? There's going to be a lot of movement, a lot of trades within. You know, you get a 5-minute target, take the 5-minute target, the 4-hour target, take the 4-hour target, right? Like this S&P was definitely up here, right? This high, but 786 is good to me. We break this hourly, which we just did. We retest. The next target for me is this guy. But we break this, you know, if we fail to get higher here, like there's all this room on the 2-hour to come back and grab this liquidity for it. So, you know, there's a lot to be questioned. I think that's the way I'm looking at it here. Just questioning a lot. Not in a bad way. Not in a good way. It's neutral, right? I'm just trying to make sure, keep myself honest. I got time. Do the backtesting, make sure I'm doing everything I can to maximize my profits. Yeah, see, we're still going up. Heath, how you looking, baby? Yeah, buddy. Hold strong. All right, so that's it on Bitcoin. Overall, who the hell knows? Oh, thank you. I got some chicken tendies. Let's go! Yeah, overall, I don't know. Like right now, it is looking bearish, guys. I'm sorry. It's looking bearish. Higher time frame wise. I'm not saying there's not going to be a lot of chop trades to be had. I'm not sure if we're about to make all-time highs. Yes, we have a 4-hour trigger wave, and that can do wonders. And we can, you know, in hindsight, it's like, oh, well, it was right there in front of your face. But there are some things pointing down, and there are some things pointing up. Now, to me, I would like if this does play out, right, I would really like for this to come up. Whether we take this high or just take this order block and then roll back down, I don't care. And the only reason I'm saying that is because of these more, you know, higher time frames, higher than the 4-hour. A lot of them are still saying there may be some downside, right? 2-day. Money flow's coming up. This could trigger, right? 1 day's already printing, right? This red dot, the trigger wave potentially, or bearish divergence wave. So I would say on the Discord, like I'm curious to see what the next few dates bring, because price is going to play out. It's going to paint a more vivid picture. I don't think anything explosive is happening right now. Maybe at the end of the day, I'll think so. Maybe tomorrow, the next day. But as of today, I think there's trades, but I don't think anything is going to take off. Let's move on to ETH. Everyone good with that? What do you think? Okay, so quick on ETH. I'll look and see if you guys have anything else. But quick on ETH, this is all internal. Okay, weekly wise. On the weekly, this is all internal. This is anything between point A here up top and point B on the bottom. This is all a range. Weekly time frame. This is all supply. Internal supply rate, work our way up. Boom, boom. We break bear. Take the internal high. We break bearish. We're retesting right now. What does that tell me? Who knows? Doesn't tell me shit. It just says maybe up, maybe down. But this is a rejection zone. There's a weekly order block. We got one there. We got one here. Let's do this as a weekly chart. Short supply, because it's weekly. So we'll just do that. Why are those words so much bigger? Maybe they're not. Maybe I'm shot. Definitely shot. 5 day. So like this is a lot of this is internal, guys. If you're pulling structure from all the way from the back, if you're not, if you're going to start it this low, how would I pull it? I'm not going to even count that because I do internal ranges as well. I'll fix that. This is how I'm looking at it internally speaking. So we broke bearish, we broke bullish, but externally we're bearish, internally we're bullish. But is this just a bullish break to grab the liquidity from the bearish internal break to rotate down? And that's where I'm going to use my oscillator, kind of help me guide me in the right direction. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. Like ETH looks like it can absolutely rip. We had good CPI data, right? That's bad for the dollar. It's good for risk on assets. Good for Bitcoin. You know, they may cut rates and eventually turn the money printers on, and that's when you're going to get these markets that everyone's like, oh, well, are we going to have an altcoin season? That's how you get the altcoin season, right? Because that's risky business. Altcoins are risky. I'm not saying things don't pump, meme coins don't pump. Like, but what's safer? Bitcoin. Bitcoin's ripped. Bitcoin has done its thing. It could stop now, and you can't complain. Like you can, right? Because everyone wants 120, 150, 200, 250K. But we have gone up a lot. There's been a lot of money to be made here. Not saying y'all made it, but there's a lot to hold, a lot of emotions. But if you're not selling some of your bags at 100K, you don't need to sell the top at 110. But 100K was a great spot to sell. Psychological number, right? We came up, 108, came back down, came back up. If you see this double top and you're not selling some of your bags, I'm not saying we're not going to rip, but to me, it just doesn't make sense. You're being greedy, I think. But who am I? If you have a bigger plan, you're looking for something totally different than what I am, then then disregard. But we've gone up 625%. How do you not take profits on that? I'm not saying you got them at the bottom. It's just, I wouldn't. That's not for me either. I would want to get them somewhere over here. But then, I'd be selling here. I'd be buying here. I'd be selling here. I'd be buying here. There's just in a perfect world. Put it that way. So this stuff doesn't have to. So let me get rid of this. Actually, you know what? Let me get rid of Shihai. I'll leave the EMAs. Shihai has EMAs too, but we're just going to do that. Hold on 1 second. Okay, cool. 5 day, green dot printing, bullish divergence coming in. Money flow is still looking bad, right? It's flattening out, right? It's coming up, but I mean, it should be coming up because let's look at this movement. But it's still in the red, right? It's still thick in the red. And we never really had a decent pullback, right? We had the red dot. I would like a little bit of a pullback. Once again, we don't need to, but I would like to come down into here, fill some of this inefficiency and then go if we're going to. But we don't always get what we want. 4 day bullish divergence. Money flow is now coming up, right? It's locally coming up. Green dot printing or conviction. 3 day. Even more conviction. 2 day. Even more conviction. But is this going to be a trigger wave for bearish divergence, right? Because we have a higher high and a lower high. Same thing here. This looks more defined. This looks like more like it's ready to cool, right? It's slowing down. We're in a supply zone. We tapped into, and I believe we SFP'd it. Yep. Our daily order block, right? I'll leave that there just because. This is a rejection zone, right? I'm not saying it's for everything's over, but I mean, it would make sense to even just come down a little bit more to then break through it, right? We're hesitating. I want to break through this thing. Otherwise, I mean, this is all inefficiency here. I would love to come down here somewhere and grab something there. But once again, perfect world. 16-hour. See, I'm indifferent because we're coming up. Yes, we broke. I want to come back into this demand. I want to mitigate some of this. We have a little, kind of, I mean, we do. We have bearish divergence coming in. Money flow's coming out, right? It's easier to see when I zoom in. That's why I keep doing this. So when I do it, hope your eyes adjust as fast as mine do. Money flow's coming out. Momentum waves are coming out. Yes, we made a higher high than here and here and here. But the divergence starts all the way back here, and this is still curving. What does that mean? Maybe up, maybe down. It's just, I mean, you got to play the structure, but at the same time, I'm seeing mixed signals. So I'm hesitant. And that's what they want too, right? If we do go to all-time highs, they want it to be screaming from the mountaintop saying, oh, it's long the bottom and make millions of dollars. No, market makers don't want that. They're not going to give it to you like that. So there's a lot to be questioned, right? Here we go, same thing. 4 hour. This looks like it kind of wants to roll right here, right? Nice little trigger wave. Boom. Looks like it. I just don't necessarily love the location it's doing that. I wish it was doing it down here. That would be way more conviction for an absolute banger, quick move. Something like this. This is. I mean, you guys say what you want, but to me, like this trigger wave down here, this is a quick move. That's what, 2 days, 3 days? Yeah, that's a lot of movement. 15% in 3 days is a lot. 2.5 days, that's a lot of movement. So for that, now, like I said, are we going to roll? Are we going to go up? Are we going to go down? We broke bearishly on the hourly. Are we going to come right back up to grab some of the supply to then work our way back down to, a bigger picture? Or are we taking off? I don't know. I can just tell you I'm long. Long from down here. I didn't get in the bottom because I really wasn't paying attention. I was at the pool, and then we got back. I got long here. I took profit here. I got short here. I took profit here because I was in and out. And then I saw this, and I was like, ooh, trigger wave maybe coming in. Screw the money flow. There was other convictions. And I saw this candle close. I probably got in like somewhere in the middle here. Maybe, I mean, even if you want to call it, let's see, I probably got on the 5 minute. I got in like here somewhere on these guys. Not perfect, but I saw it coming up. You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you're late, sometimes you're right on time, and sometimes you're too early. So I don't know. Like I said, are we coming up to come down, or was this enough liquidity to break through the zone? I need a day, I need 2 days, I need 3 days to figure it out, or maybe over the weekend, Sunday, start to tell a story Monday. But right now it looks like it wants to come up, so I'm looking in these zones to grab short. That's really all I got. Link's looking the same, right? Link is looking the same. This overall 2-day bullish. 4 hour broke bullish, right? Came down, grabbed liquidity maybe, broke bullish, came up, but did it just come up to grab this supply to continue the rotation down for a bigger picture liquidity grab or more, whatever? Or are we really going to crash? Something really going to happen and we're coming down. That's why I like these lower time frames. Getting a trade here per se and see what happens, right? Wait for like a little change before you exit. If it's going to follow a trend line, just keep it going. Take your money. I don't need to answer those big questions, right? I don't need to have the answers to that. I just know it doesn't look great. It's not telling me one way or another. So we play the scalp game. I'll see how long this lets me hold on for. Is it going to let me hold? I mean, I can even make it steeper, to be honest. It's been honoring it, so I can just do that too. And that's what I'm looking at. What do you guys think? Good enough? Good little update. I'm going to mute and take the camera off so I can take a bite of chicken. Somebody say hi. Let me know you're here, please. I talk to myself? Wouldn't be the first time. Definitely not going to be the last. Let me know. That was good. I just scarfed that down. You know, I'm going to tell you one thing. This is going to be for the men. All right, I think, at least primarily for the men. Having a wife or a significant other, for that matter, that just knows what you need and what you want without you saying it before you need it, before you think you need it, and before you know. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Yeah. Wouldn't trade it for the world. She's the best. Yeah, that's what I got for you guys. This is what I'm looking at, right? I'm in here. Ideally, I'd like to take it up to here. If not further, we'll see what it looks like. But, excuse me, hiccups now. I ate that way too fast. But up here makes sense for a continuation down. 3-hour trigger wave. I mean, are we going to go? We'll find out. And then I'd be looking short here. If we do get short here, okay, there are take profits along the way. But, I mean, ideally, I'd love to take it all the way down to here. We'll see what the oscillator looks like. I mean, right, you're going to get short here, you're going to have a TP here, you're going to have a TP here, and then you'll see, and then you can figure out if you make it all the way down to here. Golden pocket, order block, you do your thing. I mean, even if you want to front run it like this, I mean, it couldn't hurt. But, and then, like I said, we're in a short zone now, so I'm not saying we have to come up any higher. It doesn't look like it's ready to stop, but like this would be the play, right? Get short somewhere in here. If you get the flip, boom, take it down towards the low because you're entering, you know, a very low time frame rejection, and things are kind of looking neutral, right? So take your money and run. If things are screaming one way or another, all right, maybe stretch it, maybe hop it on a 5-minute break and try and target a 15 or whatever it may be. But right now, I don't know if it's the time for that yet. Guys, I think that's all I got. I think I'm gonna hop off. I think I'm done. I think I did my job for the day. I need to now I gotta maybe lunch, but now I got to clean the dishes. So I'm going to go clean the dishes and get ready for the kid to wake up so we can go to the pool. Go back to the pool. We were already at the pool this morning. It's so nice out. 86 degrees. Oh, it's perfect. I got a little sunburn, you know. I don't know if you can see it or not because who wears sunscreen? Not me. I'd rather cry about it than my wife. Look at that. Ready? Boom. Boom. Hell yeah. Gotta get the base layer going, right? Summer's here. Gotta get the base layer. I'm out of water. I'm out of seltzer. I ate my chicken tenders. Guys, I appreciate you coming. Brett, thank you. The other Brett, thank you. Anybody else who's here, I appreciate you. Don't be afraid to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. I don't really have a schedule right now. I kind of just hop on whenever I can. But more people I get, more viewers I get, maybe I'll set something more in stone. But